Hi everyone! For this first video, I thought that I would do just a normal intermediate type Vinyasa flow, very similar to the in-person classes that I teach the majority of the time. Like with any class that I teach or any yoga class that you take, please remember that it is your practice, so please feel free to take any modifications or amplifications even that are appropriate and safe for you to do. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to shoot me a message. And if you've taken my class in person, you know that I don't really like to demonstrate. I like to do more hands-on adjustments and walking around and just seeing what people are doing and letting the course of the class be influenced by that. This is obviously different, but I encourage you, especially if you're used to taking my class and kind of used to how I language and sequence things, to maybe turn your phone, tablet, computer, whatever you're watching this on around, so that you're not looking at it and you're just listening. But of course, if you are confused by anything, or if this is your first time taking a class with me, then I would recommend having it so that you can see me too. But I hope that you enjoy. So we are going to get started very differently than how I do in a normal class at the top of our mat. We're going to start in Tadasana, our mountain pose. So you're going to go ahead and let your feet be hips width distance apart. Let your eyes close and let your hands come to heart center. And so I just want to start this practice by really connecting to our foundation, our physical foundation of the body. So just take a moment first to take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And another deep inhale and long exhale. Already, once we connect to the breath, we're already starting to shift our awareness to being present in the here and now. So that breath only happens in the present moment. But here, still trying to stay connected with the breath, I want you to pay attention to your feet. I want you to lift all 10 of your toes up off the floor and spread them out wide, even though you can't see them, imagining them spreading out to the right and to the left. And when you lift your toes up, you should feel that the ball mounds of the feet and your heel are pressing down. And that action of pressing down engages the leg, it engages the shin, the kneecaps lift, the thighs lift. And you want to keep that lifting going. So feel the kneecaps lift, the thighs engage. Feel the pelvic floor and low belly lift in and up. And then with your hands on your heart, physically lift your heart up into the base of your thumbs, getting even taller. And feel the crown of the head rise. Now, all of our yoga poses, especially mountain pose, are all a balance of opposite actions. So just as much as we're finding all this pressing down and lifting, we want to find a sense of softening down into the earth. So here, keeping all that action that you just found, let your shoulder blades soften down the body. Feel your tailbone draw in and down towards the floor, not tucking under, but lengthening down. Feel the kneecaps soften some, not unlocking the knees, but still keeping the thighs active. And then still keeping the feet pressing down, relax the toes into the mat. And so here in this mountain pose, very different than normal standing, much more engaged, much more aware and active. From this place, find your breath. Each inhale, feeling your breath rise from the base of your spine and the base of your belly, all the way up through the top of your chest. With each exhale, feeling the breath emptying from the chest down to the lowest part of the belly. Feeling your inhale rise from the bottom to the top. And feeling your exhale fall from the top to the bottom. Continue to find a few more breaths just like that. Connected to the body. Connected to the breath. And in doing so, connecting to just being present. And especially the times as they are right now, and especially just taking a class on a video from your home, it can be extremely hard to be present. To think about what's happening off of your mat and outside of the room that you're in. But just try as much as you can to let the next hour or so of your time be an opportunity to come back to yourself, to your body, to your breath. And to one moment followed by the next. Knowing that even though there is a lot of important things, there are a lot of important things outside of this practice, that they'll still be there waiting for you when you're done if you need to pick them up again. But just set them off to the side for now. Take another few breaths here. As always, before we begin to move, starting our practice by setting an intention. Just take a moment just to think about why it was that you chose to press play on this video and chose to practice. What brings you to your mat right now in this moment? What brings you to your mat anytime you practice? And for you, that might be something constant that's always been the same since you first began your practice, and maybe that's today for you. Or maybe your reason for practicing is always shifting, and right now there's a specific reason you have in mind that maybe wasn't there the last time you practiced. Whatever it is, bring it into the forefront of your mind, hold it close. And together we'll seal that intention into our practice by taking a deep breath in through the nose once again, and a long breath out through the mouth. Taking another deep breath in, and full long breath out. Another deep inhale and exhale. And as you're ready, still keeping the eyes closed, as you inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Let your gaze shift up towards the thumbs. And as you exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. And for this first forward fold, finding a more yin style fold by dangling heavily here. You can either let your hands come to blocks, you can grab onto opposite elbows, you can let the arms rest on the floor heavily if you're able to do so. Let the head and neck be heavy. Stay with the breath, feeling the belly expand against the thighs as you inhale, and contract away from it as you exhale. Let the toes still stay relaxed and soft, even though the feet might be slightly pressing into the floor. Maybe you bring in some movement, maybe you prefer stillness today. Passively letting the spine lengthen from gravity in your body, weight lengthening it towards the floor rather than forcing or pulling just yet, because we'll have plenty of time to find an active forward fold throughout the practice. As you inhale, slowly start to roll up bone by bone, letting the tailbone lengthen towards the floor. Letting your head lift, gaze lift, and arms lift last. Exhaling the hands to the heart. As you inhale, the arms reach. Exhale to fold forward actively this time. Inhale to lift halfway, lengthening the heart, drawing in the belly. And as you exhale, stepping your left foot back, followed by the right, finding a high plank. Take a deep breath in here. And as you exhale, lift the hips up and back to our first downward facing dog. In this first down dog, you can either be still or you can find any movement that might be appealing for you here. Maybe pedaling the feet, maybe shaking the head some more, waking up the backs of the legs and the entire back of the body. Your next inhale, ride the breath forward to plank. And as you exhale, shifting forward to lower halfway, either with the knees dropped or lifted. As you inhale, either finding cobra or lifting to upward facing dog. And as you exhale, lifting to downward facing dog. Knowing at any time throughout practice you can change that vinyasa or skip it altogether. As you inhale here, stepping your right foot forward, followed by the left, lifting halfway, and exhaling to fold. and rise to stand. Exhale the hands to the heart. Taking that again as you inhale, the arms reach. Exhale to fold through center. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, steps the right foot back, followed by the left. Inhale here. Exhale, up and back. Find your breath. As you inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale to lower halfway. Inhale to up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find your breath again here. Next inhale, steps the left foot forward, followed by the right. Lift halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise to stand. Exhale, samastiti to heat. Full breath in and out. And inhale, the arms reach. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lengthen. As you exhale, step just the left foot back. Dropping the knee down, lifting to a low lunge. And spiraling the pinky fingers in and up and softening the shoulders down. Relax the grip of the front toes even though the foot's pressing into the mat. Take a few breaths here, waking up the hips. And your next inhale, take your right hand to your right hip, and without leaning forward or back, just reach up and over to the right. Waking up the left hip crease. Inhale, the arms reach. As you exhale, reach your left arm forward and right arm back. And then here, either stay or lean forward to hook the elbow across the thigh, finding a low twisting lunge. Your left hand can also be on the floor. Deep breath in and out. Inhale to center. As you exhale, lower the hands, straighten the front leg and fold. Trying to keep the left hip stacked over top of the left knee, maybe with blocks under the hands. Inhale, lengthens the spine. Exhale to fold. As you inhale, bend back into the front knee, working to step back to a high plank. Take a breath in here. And as you exhale, find a side plank on the right side. Knowing you can always drop your right knee down. Spiraling your top pinky finger in and forward. Inhale here. As you exhale, coming back to plank, dropping the knees. Take your left hand under the face, reaching the right arm up towards the ceiling. Take a breath. And as you exhale, thread the right arm underneath of the left, coming all the way down into our thread the needle. You can either keep your left hand by the face, you can reach it forward, or you can take it up or back behind the low back. Take another couple of breaths here. Our next breath, take the left hand back to where it started, press up to tabletop, and drop the belly down, looking up with the heart and up with the gaze. Exhale to round into cat pose. Inhale to cow. Exhale to round. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale to neutral. Exhaling to down dog. either staying here or as you inhale, lifting forward, coming through your vinyasa with your breath. Meeting back in down dog if you did. On your next inhale, the right leg lifts back behind you. As you exhale, stepping it through. Lengthening the heart and lifting all the way up to our crescent lunge. Still relaxing the grip of the front toes. And just like we did in our low lunge, take your right hand to your right hip, reach up and over with the left arm. Inhaling, both arms reach. As you exhale, reach the left arm forward, the right arm back. Same option, stay here. Take the left hand to the floor or block, reach the right arm up, or you can hook the left elbow across the right thigh. And you can take a low lunge again here if you wanted to. And just as much strength as you're bringing into the front leg, bring strength into the back leg, but try to keep the knee a little soft, just like a mountain pose. Take another breath. Coming back to center, reach the arms up, look up. And as you exhale, lower the hands down, straighten the front leg, and fold. Blocks again can be under the hands. You can either keep this long stance or you can shorten and widen your stance, finding pyramid pose. I would recommend adjusting the hips to keep them level in that pyramid pose position if you are. Inhale, lengthens the spine. Exhale to fold. On your next breath in, walk forward, step the left foot forward and fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart. And on your next breath in, the arms reach, interlacing the fingers and steepling the pointer fingers up. Take a breath in for length. And as you exhale, reach up and over to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale left. Inhale. Exhale to fold down. Inhale to find length. And as you exhale, step the right foot back, drop the knee. Finding our low lunge or Anjaneyasana. And just taking a moment to feel into the pose to wake up through the hips on this side. Breathe. And as you're ready, take the left hand to the left hip, reach up and over with the right. Still spiraling and scooping that pinky finger in and down, reaching out of the shoulder. Notice if the left knee starts to fall in, keep it out over the ankle. Inhale to center. Exhale to twist to the left, reach the right arm forward, the left arm back. Stay here or deepen your twist. Stay with your breath. And as you inhale, come back to center, reach up, look up. As you exhale, lower the hands, straighten through the front left leg and fold. Again, trying to keep the hip over top of the knee. Staying active in your left foot, still pressing the heel down into the floor to strengthen through the quadricep of the left leg. Inhale, lengthens the spine. Exhale to fold. As you inhale, bend back into the front knee, working a step back to your high plank, top of a push-up. Inhale. Exhale to a side plank on the left side, Vashisthasana. Stay with the breath. Inhale to center. To exhale, drop the knees to table. Take the right hand under the face. Reach up with the left arm. Inhale here. Exhale to thread it through. Same options with the right hand as we had on the other side. And still pressing into the back of the left hand, really twist through the shoulder blades. Still pressing into the tops of the feet to stay active through the low belly. Staying connected to our foundation. As you're ready, take the right hand where it started, come back to table. Your next inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale to round. Inhale, drops the belly. Exhale to round. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale to center. As you exhale, lift up and back to down dog. Same option to stay or to move through your vinyasa, shifting to inhale, exhaling to lower. Inhale lifts the heart. Exhale lifts the hips. Stay here and breathe for a moment. On your next inhale, the left foot steps forward, rising up to your crescent lunge. And be mindful of the left knee falling inwards. Care to keep it stacked over the ankle. Take another breath in. As you exhale, take the left hand to the left hip and reach. Really reaching out of the right side body. Inhale to center. As you exhale, twist to the left. Reach the right arm forward and left arm back with the option to stay lifted or to come down and deepen. Again, the option to drop the back knee is there, even if you didn't take it on the other side. If it's appropriate for you on one side, take it on that side. As you inhale, come to center. And reach the arms up, look up. Exhale, lowers the hand, straightening the front leg, either with this elongated stance or coming into pyramid, Parvottanasana. Blocks under the hands are always a good idea here. I just don't have any. Again, being mindful not to lock out that back knee, even though a lot of power and strength is coming from that back leg. Inhale, lengthens the spine halfway. Exhale to fold. As you inhale, walk forward, step the right foot forward, and fold at the top of the mat. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise to the top, the arms reach. Exhale, Samastiti. As you inhale, the arms reach, interlacing the fingers again. Lengthen on your next inhale. And as you exhale, reach up and over to the left first. Inhale to center, and exhale to the right. Inhale, exhale to fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. And next inhale, drop the hips and lift the heart, finding Utkatasana, chair pose. And there's a lot of different ways of doing chair and different styles of yoga practice. I prefer to have my feet hips width distance apart, but if you practice with your feet together, that's fine. Spiral the pinkies in, take a breath in. And as you exhale, take the hands to the heart. I lift the heart up into the thumbs and stay here, or lean forward to twist to the right. If your legs are together, squeeze them together, but if they're apart like mine, keep them the same distance apart as the feet. So you're kind of squeezing the thighs in and pressing them out at the same time. And inhale to center, reach the arms. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lengthen. As you exhale, we meet in downward facing dog. You can jump back if that's part of your practice. Take a few breaths. And on your next inhale, the right foot steps forward, returning to a crescent lunge. And here, working our balance a little bit as you inhale, straighten the front leg, reach through the arms. Exhale, bends the elbows and bends the knee. Inhale to reach. Exhale to bend. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. This time, keeping the heart lifted, drop the arms behind, either grabbing a hold of opposite elbows or interlacing fingers. Lift the heart to the ceiling. Breathe, relax the front toes. Use the support of the belly, drawing in to support the spine as it lifts. As you inhale, straighten the front leg, spiral the back heel, slightly adjust your feet, find warrior two. It's okay if you need to let go of the arms to bring them back to where they were once you find it in the feet. Just as much as you're drawing the left shoulder back, draw the right thigh out. Lift the heart. And go ahead and release the arms. Look over your front little finger, take a breath in. As you exhale, reverse. As you inhale, straighten the front leg, reach a little further, reverse triangle. And as you exhale, find your way to triangle, Trikonasana. And again, you might have a block under the hand. I prefer one, but again, I don't have one. Spiral your top pinky in, look up at the top hand. I always prefer to keep a slight micro bend in my front knee so I don't lock out my front leg. Either stay here for a few more breaths or begin to look forward and shift forward, coming into balancing half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. And if Chapasana is in your practice, bending the top leg and reaching back, feel free to take it. Feel free to stay in triangle pose. And if you grabbed a hold of the foot and ankle, go ahead and release, take a breath. And we'll all meet back in warrior two. And relax the front toes, take a breath. And as you're ready, straighten the front leg, turn the right toes in. Lift the heart, draw the tailbone down. And as you're ready, exhale to fold forward. And whatever variation of a wide-legged forward fold is best for you. I always like to leave this pose pretty open in my classes, so headstands in your practice or an inversion from here, feel free to take it. Feel free to take any variation of this fold in the arms or legs. I like to sometimes go side to side and side lunge. That could be an option too, especially if you're wanting to work into the hips and hamstrings a little bit more. You can challenge this movement by keeping the arms lifted the whole time if you wish. I don't. So a few more breaths wherever you are. As you inhale, lift halfway up, find length through the spine. And then here, keep your left hand under the face, reach up with the right arm. And again, you can take this arm behind the back like we did in our thread the needle twist if you'd like. Keep a little softness in the knees, keep drawing the heart forward, the tailbone back. If you have the arm back, reach it back up, take another breath. And as you exhale, lower the right hand down, walk the hands, pivot the feet. And take a breath here. As you exhale, step back to a high plank. Inhale here. As you exhale, find a side plank again on the right. The option to take your top foot back to wild thing pose. Take a few breaths here. Inhale. As you exhale, we meet in down dog, either going directly there or moving through a vinyasa of your choice. And we're going to hold this down dog for a few extra breaths, so if you wish to take a drink of water or take child's pose here, would be a good time to do so. Leaning back in down dog if you went somewhere else. As you're ready, bend the knees, look forward and step or hop the feet. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to fold. As you inhale, lengthen the spine. Separate the feet out the distance of the mat. And either fold forward with the feet slightly wide or sink the hips down to Malasana or low squat. And I always like to give options here as well. So the hands could be at the heart. It could be on the ground. You could round the upper back and kind of let go of the head and neck. You can be sitting on a block, of course. You can reach the arms forward or up overhead if you wish. I like forward. You can stay still or you can move side to side to kind of work in and out of the hips and work your balance a little bit as well. It's a good place to get a drink of water too. Take another couple breaths here. As you're ready, begin to fold forward. Inhale, lengthens the spine. Exhale to fold. So inhale, drop the hips, sweep the arms, chair pose. Bring the hands to the heart. Stay here or find your twist to the left. One more breath. Inhale to center, reach the arms. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhaling to meet in down dog. And on your next inhale, the left foot steps forward, finding your way back to a crescent lunge. Again, working our balance some here. So inhaling to extend and reach. Exhale to bend. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And stay here or drop the arms behind to grab the elbows or interlace. Trying to take your opposite thumb on top if you're interlacing. Do a micro bend in the elbows, just slightly. Inhale. As you exhale, straighten the front leg, spiral the back heel. You're going to work your way to warrior two in the feet. Keep drawing the right shoulder back and the left thigh out. Breathe here into the shoulders and the hips. Relax the toes. Inhale. As you exhale, release the arms. Warrior two. Inhale here. As you exhale, reverse or exalt, lengthen the left side. Inhale to straighten, reach a little further. As you exhale, finding our way to Utthita Trikonasana, triangle pose. I always like to slightly shorten my stance to come into triangle pose instead of leaving it quite as long as a warrior two. Just like with our other poses, notice if your left knee is falling or rolling in. Try to keep it pressing slightly out and knee pointing forward. So your inner thigh is rolling out, so I'm here to support that. Same option, either stay or shift forward to Ardha Chandrasana. Same option to take Chapasana if that's part of your practice. Maybe it is on one side and isn't on the other. Honor that difference if that's true for you. Inhale. As you exhale, release the foot if you have it. Find your way back to warrior two from wherever you are. Take a breath. Reset. Straighten the front leg, turn the left toes in, even the feet, lengthen the tail, lift the heart. And as you're ready, find your wide-legged forward fold, Prasarita Padottanasana. Find the version that works best for you. Another good option here that sometimes gets forgotten about is walking the hands forward, letting the chest drop through like a really wide-legged down dog. You can do this with your hands on blocks as well. And try not to lean back too much into the heels if you can. So try not to lock out the knees to prevent that from happening. As you inhale, walk the hands back underneath of the shoulders from wherever they are. Take the right hand under the face, press down to reach up through the left. Stay here, maybe take the arm behind the back in a half bind if you wish. Use every exhale as an opportunity to deepen your twist if you wish to deepen. When we exhale, the belly empties of breath and we're given more space to twist through the core of the body when that happens. And if your arm is bound, go ahead and re-extend, open, and then close off and fold. Inhale to lengthen, walking the hands and pivoting the feet back to the front of the mat. Inhale finds length through the spine. As you exhale, step back to your plank. And again, stay here, find a side plank on the left side. Option to stay or find wild thing pose, dropping the right foot behind, leaving the left leg in a side plank. There's a couple of variations of wild thing in the legs, but just this is the one that I prefer to do. Inhale here. As you exhale, we meet in downward facing dog. Take your time. Once again, we'll hold this down dog. So you can either stay in down dog, take child's pose, find a drink of water, or if you wish, you can take dolphin pose, dropping down the knees, dropping down the forearms. We'll hold this a little longer than the last time we were here. Trying to keep everything parallel to one another and within the frame of the shoulders. Just like in down dog, the knees can soften, especially if the hamstrings are tight. If we try to force legs straight and the hamstrings are tight, then normally it's our spine that loses integrity, and we want to keep a nice long spine, lifting the hips up and back as the head drops. Take 5 more breaths here. As you're ready, we return to down dog. Take a breath. Inhale, bends the knees. Bottom of your exhale, step or hop. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lengthen. Separate the feet out to the edges of the mat. Find your way to Malasana. And if you would rather come into crow pose or an arm balancing pose here, feel free, or feel free to stay here. Maybe do some head rolls. I like to do those here. Breathe wherever you are, slow and steady. Coming back to the present moment by reconnecting to the breath if the mind is wandering. Take another few breaths here. And then as you're ready, straighten the legs and fold. This time hanging heavy, somewhat like we did in the beginning of practice. Legs can be bent or they can be straight. And that's okay if the spine rounds some here, as long as you're hanging heavy. If you're actively pulling yourself deeper, then please keep your spine long and your knees slightly bent to protect the spine and the low back especially. Slowly start to roll up bone by bone. Let the tail draw down as the head and neck lift. Let the arms lift. Take a breath. Exhale, Samasti Tihi. Full breath in. Exhale through the mouth. Again, deep inhale. Let it go. And here we're going to find a couple of balancing poses. So we're going to start off by shifting weight into the right foot, finding our tree pose. So letting the left knee open out to the left. The foot placement can be on the floor, the ankle, the inner thigh, or the inner calf. Doesn't matter. Keep a little micro bend in the right knee, letting the right leg stay just as it was when we were in Tadasana. No change there. Lift the heart up into the thumbs. And either stay here or challenge your balance by letting your left hand come down the left thigh, the right arm reaches. You lean to the right with our lower body as the upper body reaches up and over to the left. If you fall out and have to come back in, who cares? No one can see you probably. And if they did, it still wouldn't matter. And if you went to the side, go ahead and come to center. Either stay here or challenge your balance by twisting over to the left. Trying to keep the left knee where it is. Letting your gaze shift wherever helps you balance best. And come back to center, hands together. One last challenge, stay or twist to the right. Trying to keep the left knee from falling inwards like we've been practicing. Inhale to center. Spiral the left knee forward, lean forward, kick back. Find warrior 3. And only for a moment, take a breath in. As you exhale, drop the hands, step the left foot way back, drop the knee down. And straighten through the right leg to fold once again. And as you're ready, bend back into the front knee. Wiggling the right foot all the way over to the left. So you can draw the heel in towards you and drop the knee down, setting up for pigeon pose. Lengthening the left leg back, supporting under the right hip if you need. And folding as you're ready, or staying lifted. If there is any variation of pigeon that you're working on, feel free, whether that's active, passive, lifting, or lowered. Take 5 more breaths. So inhale, start to walk the hands in if you lower. Leaning off to the right side to gently bring the left leg around. Rolling over the shins and coming back to downward facing dog. You can take a vinyasa here if you'd like, or you can just lift directly there. And pedal out the feet some, shake it out a little bit, maybe find hip circles if you like to find hip circles after pigeon. I know a lot of people do. As you're ready, bend the knees, look forward, step or hop. Inhale, finds length. Exhale to fold in. Inhale, rise to the top, arms reach, eyes look up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Deep breath in. Let it go. Another breath in. Longer breath out. Finding tree pose on the left side, shift weight into the left. Maybe your foot placement is the same here as it was on the other side. Maybe a different foot placement is more appropriate for you. Again, honor those differences if they're true for you. You can stay here the whole entire time. Or if you want to take our first balance challenge, take the right arm down, reach up and over with the left arm and lean. Try not to lean forward and back, just to the side, keeping the length up and down. If you lean to the side, come to center, hands to the heart. Stay here or twist to the right. Keep pressing the right foot into the left thigh and the left thigh back into the right foot for support. That resistance helps us stay steady. Inhale to center, hands together. Stay or twist to the left, trying to keep the right knee where it is. Still drawing in and up through the low belly, through the pelvic floor, and down through the shoulders. Inhale to center. And spiral the right knee forward, kick it back, warrior 3. Deep breath in. Exhale to step way back, drop the right knee down, straighten the left leg, and fold. extends the spine. As you exhale, bend back into the front knee. Begin to wiggle the left foot all the way over to the right until you can draw the heel in and sink down, coming into pigeon pose. Find length through the spine, length back through the right leg. And as you're ready, fold in. Take 5 more breaths here. Whatever variation of pigeon you're taking, breathe there, be there. To walk the hands in. If you lower down, lift the heart up. Inhale. As you exhale, lean to the left side. Draw the right leg around. Find seated. Staying here this time. From here, take the hands to the knees. And as you inhale, draw the heart forward. Arch the spine in a seated cow. Exhale, the seated cat, rounding the spine. Inhale and exhale. Once more and exhale. Here, find a long spine, extend the legs forward, finding Dandasana. And here, take the hands by the sides, press the heels down, draw the thighs in and up, and reach the arms up. Press down into the legs to reach up through the arms a little higher. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, fold forward into Paschimottanasana. Moving with our breath here as you inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise up. Take the hands back behind you with the fingers either facing forward or to the sides. And as you exhale, lift into either reverse plank with the legs straight or bend the knees into reverse table. Your way, lift the heart, maybe drop back through the head. Take a breath. Exhale to lower. Inhale, reaches the arms, press down to lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise up, the hands come back. So you exhale, reverse plank or table. Inhale here. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale. Exhale. Once more, inhale, bring the arms back. Exhale to lift. Breath in. Exhale to lower. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to slowly come all the way up this time. And as you exhale, bend the knees and walk the hands back to come all the way down onto the back. Drawing the knees into the chest as you get there, rocking side to side, maybe circling the knees into the chest clockwise and counterclockwise. Maybe finding happy baby here if you wish to do so. And from here, place the feet back on the floor. Cross the right shin over top of the left thigh, finding a figure 4 in the legs. And then pick the hips up and bump them over to the right some and let your legs fall to the left. Finding a supine pigeon twist, one of my favorite twists. I like to hold on to my right ankle with my left hand and push the right foot down into the floor as the right thigh presses forward. And I also like to reach the right arm up overhead to really find length through the right side body. Take another couple breaths here. Inhale, bring the shins back to center. Go ahead and gently uncross the leg, hugging the right knee into the chest. Give it a little circle to the right and to the left. Then place the right foot down next to the left, bringing the arms along the sides of the body, and pressing down to lift the hips into bridge pose. Either keeping the arms by your sides or interlacing the fingers beneath you. Maybe lifting the right leg overhead if you wish, or grabbing hold of the ankles. Or you can take a restorative variation by sliding a block underneath of the sacrum, just letting the low back rest heavy there. Take a deep breath in and out. Slowly roll the spine down bone by bone, let the tail come down last. And as you're ready, cross the left shin over top of the right thigh. Bump the hips up and over to the left. Let the legs fall to the right. Holding on to the left ankle with the right hand, perhaps, maybe reaching the left arm overhead. A few more breaths here. As you inhale, come to center. And draw the left knee into the chest, hug it in, find some circles through the hip perhaps. Place the left foot down next to the right, and as you're ready, find your bridge pose. Take another breath in and out. And then as you exhale, slowly roll down bone by bone. Hug the knees in, gently rock side to side, clockwise, counterclockwise. And from here, let the arms come by the sides and reach the legs up overhead. And slowly, slowly reach and lower through the right leg. Once leg touches down, let the leg be heavy and fall out to the side. And slowly do the same with the left. Letting it also fall out. From Make any last little adjustments or movements you might need to make. Allow the eyes to close. Let go of even needing to control the breath. Finding your way to our final pose of practice, our Shavasana. Letting go of the practice that just happened. Letting go of your expectations for the next few minutes, if rest. And just being here from one moment to the next, from one breath to the next as it comes and goes at its own pace and rhythm. Just be. If your awareness started to wander off to somewhere else, gently begin to bring it back into your body and your breath. Taking a deep, full breath in through the nose and a long sigh out through the mouth. And here, maybe you bring Some gentle movement into the fingers and into the toes, maybe into the head and into the neck, just slowly and gradually making your way out of stillness in whichever way feels best for you. Reaching the arms up overhead, finding a full body stretch from the fingers to the toes. Hugging the knees into the chest, rolling off to whichever side feels most inviting for you. As you lie on your side, bringing your top hand to your heart. And just taking a moment here to end our practice from a place of gratitude. Whatever it is that you're most grateful for in this moment, whether it's the practice itself, this day, your body and breath for physically carrying you through a practice, or something completely different. Or take a moment to send that thing, that idea, that person, your gratitude. Sealing it in with another breath in and out. Using that top hand to press yourself up to seat it. Keeping the eyes closed, bringing the hands to the heart. Lifting the heart up into the thumbs one last time, finding length from the bottom of the spine to the top. And take a moment here to send a sense of gratitude towards yourself for making the time out of this day to be here and to practice, regardless of what it is that you have going on in the rest of your world outside of this hour. And I just want to extend my own gratitude towards each of you watching this for practicing and making the time to practice, knowing that that alone is always, always enough. And I hope that if you have any benefits from practicing, that you can carry them with you for however long you need them. And until I see you on your mats again, namaste.